portion to the senior tranche. Let's call this alpha share, and I'm going to make a Greek letter. There is no scientific reason to do so. I'm doing it just because I can. All right. First, let's figure out what that alpha share should be. Once we know that, we can go ahead and figure out what should be the share of the mezzanine, if it is indeed possible to have a triple B. Let's find out the current spread of current market spread of AA rated corporate bonds. If I go to Fred, and this is kind of indicative one. If I do a search of AA option adjusted spread, this would have come as a number. It's 0.73, okay? Currently, this number from Fred is, or 73 basis points, which means the promised rate will be 5.73%. Let's find out what alpha level is going to give us that kind of spread, okay? And for that, I don't need these anymore. Let's see. Okay. Let's put in alpha here, or I can make that a symbol as well. First things first, if I make alpha less than 80%, I'm pretty much home, right? We know that, where's my alpha? Should be at least 80%. In fact, if alpha share is exactly 80% or less, that senior tranche would be exactly risk-free. Who's going to tell me why? Let's say I made alpha share 70%. I'm claiming that alpha share is going to be risk-free. Who's going to tell me why? Let's go back to the schedule of cash flows or probability of cash flows. Alpha share is 70%. That means the senior tranche consists of $700 million worth of face value, right? And I'm making a claim that if alpha share is less than 80%, senior tranche is going to be exactly risk-free. Prove to me that it is. You don't have to do a mathematical argument. You can make a logical argument. Remember, there are 1 million of these little 1,000 loans, right? 80% of those will pay the full amount, right? Well, that means there's going to be at least, for sure, $800 million coming into the entire pool. Because 80% of these people are paying full and on time. But remember the tranching. When the cash comes in, think of these as layers of pools. Let me try to do a drawing. Okay. This is a river, okay? Cash river. Cash is going to come from that river according to the probability rules that we put in. And right here, I have the senior pools. Actually, I'm going to close it here. And don't worry about the physics of it yet. This is the mezzanine pool. This is the junior pool. Think of these as leveled pools. When the river comes in, it's going to wait for the senior pool to fill. We're assuming that there is enough gravity on that water. It's not going to back up to the river. So don't worry about the physics. I mean, I can make the drawing good enough for that, but I'm not going to worry about that. When it's full, it's going to overflow and we'll go to the mezzanine pool, okay? So if the alpha share is 70%, senior pool will take only $700 million in cash. Once 700 million is full, anything that remains is going to go to the mezzanine pool. Once, we're going to call that the beta share. Let's call beta share 20% just for now. Once it's full with 200 million, anything that remains is going to go to the junior pool. So if I tell you that the chances of full payment is 80%, that means almost surely the pool, the river, is going to bring at least $800 million, okay? If the alpha share, the senior pool, is 700 million, the chances that senior pool is going to be paid fully is for sure. In fact, 80 alpha share 80% or below, the senior pool has no risk whatsoever. All right, we know that. So we know that alpha share is going to be at least 80%, but we don't want to make it too high, too low. Oh, I mean, we can make it higher, but we're going to make it only high enough so that the promise rate is 573. Right?